What's up, YouTube? PokePrimer here, primed and ready to deliver you our Week 9 team builder here on the channel for the WCBL. This team builder, this matchup is so fucking important right now. I'm pulling up the standings on the other side. So right now, we are currently sitting at 4-4 with a -4 differential. So right now, we are essentially in playoffs. However, because I believe it's top 6. Let me look at the playoff picture. Yeah, it's top 6 that make playoffs right now. So we're currently in 5th place because I believe it is the Ottawa Heat Trans beat the Hamilton Torcats and knocked them down. But if we lose this game, we just have to lose this game. Zone and the Hamilton Torcats make playoffs. If we lose this, even if we just lose this game, all we have to do is win this game, and we guaranteed stay playoffs. If we lose this game, we are out of playoff contention entirely. We are gone, out, finito, because the Ottawa Heat Trans only are at like a neutral 0 differential, and the Torcats are also at -4. So even if we lose 1-0 in this match, we are out. Completely out. So that's a thing that is a problem. Like, this is one of the most important games this week. The only way, actually, AGuy couldn't even. Well, AGuy could make playoffs technically. It would be like a tie. I don't know how we would do that. If AGuy 6-0s me, we're facing AGuy in the Dallas Starmies, by the way. If AGuy 6-0s me, he would be tied with Zone and the Hamilton Torcats, so it would be like a coin flip as to who makes playoffs. I feel like Zone would just drop at that point, because that's just kind of the person Zone is. Don't want to call him out like that. Love Zone, great guy, pretty cool. But yeah, if we lose this game, we're out of playoffs. So this is the must-win scenario right now for us, and we have quite the team to do it with, but quite the team to try to have to do it against. The Dallas Starmy have Landorus, Superior, Araquanid, Fortress, Hitmontop, Wigglytuff, Mega Diancie, Victini, Goodra, Alolan Raichu, and Xcloud. His Z-Crystal users are Alolan Raichu and the Landorus, of course. So really, really threatening squad, really, really threatening team, really, really going to be hard for us to combat this, but I think we have the right team to do it. The first mon, really going to throw everyone off, we are actually bringing Zygarde this week. I know we have not brought Zygarde in a long time. If we go back real quick, we haven't brought Zygarde since week 4? No, week 6. We brought it against Chew, but it didn't do anything. We haven't brought Zygarde that much this season, so I'm really hoping that due to the fact that we have very sparingly brought the Zygarde, that he won't. Well, he's going to prep for it, but he won't be properly prepared for it, I guess, is what I'm going for here. So we are a Life Orb Zygarde with Dragon Dance, 1,000 Arrows, Hidden Power, Ice, and Outrage. So we have the HP Ice specifically because one of the biggest switch-ins to Zygarde in the universe is Landorus. Lando T can switch into us pretty nicely. Now, with that being said, Zygarde does not appreciate Landorus very much switching in, so we're going to have to be smart to deal with his switch in. So If it is defensive, 120 with what is it, Naive Nature, HP Ice. If it's defensive max HP Landorus, it will take 69 to 81%. If it is an offensive Landorus, like a Scarf Lando, it takes 83 to 97. So that's important. We can definitely just knock him straight out with this thing at some point in the game if we get the opportunity to. Might actually make sure that I'm running enough speed to outspeed that. Actually, yeah. I'm going to take some out of my attack stat and make it so that I can outspeed Landorus. Because I think that could be very important, and if I'm not outspeeding Landorus, then that's a problem. So I think this should be fine, because we're going to be setting up with our attack anyway with Dragon End, so we should be fine with this spread. This way we can actually outspeed Landorus if it's not Scarf, if it is actually a Z variant. We'll be able to outspeed it and do the damage we need to do when we need to do it. So that could be really, really cool. But Good Snake is going to put in some work this week. 1,000 Arrows and Outrage really, really do a lot to his team. Superior does not really want to take an Outrage from this at all. Like, if we get a Dragon Dance up, like, if we get a Dragon Dance up, he's not super safe in this game against us. We just have to be careful, because if Mega Diancie, like, if we can't afford to go for Outrage until Mega Diancie or Wigglytuff is gone. If he brings both, the man's fucking insane. But we can't really afford to do anything with that until Mega Diancie's gone. If he doesn't bring Mega Diancie or Wigglytuff because of the fact that we have our Mega Aggron, which could be really dope if he doesn't, that's even better. Because if we can scare away the Mega Diancie, that's beautiful. Because then this thing can just click Outrage for free. For free. And things like the Superior, things like the Araquanid, are no longer threatening to us, which is great. So, this way also, if we get up a Dragon Dance and he goes into Scarf Lando, we will still outspeed the Scarf Lando. So, we don't need the attack stat for the HP Ice, obviously, so we can hit him as hard as physically possible with that. So that's pretty cool. I think that would be pretty awesome. And then 1,000 Arrows will really fuck up things like the Fortress, things like the Mega Diancie as well, if it does come. If it does come, we get a Dragon Dance out, that's even better, so we can fuck up Mega Diancie that way. Things like the Victini, things like the Goodra. I actually really mostly expect him to be like a Scarftini with like Glaciate to try to counter our Zygarde, which would be pretty interesting, as well as being able to hit our our Gliscor if we would to bring that as well. It'd be pretty cool, but I feel like that's a set that he would run. But I think Zygarde just has a really good matchup in this game, and I think I'm really looking forward to finally using it properly, hopefully. Next up, we have Catlito, the Incineroar based on Carlito, who spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Knock off Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch, and U-Turn. We are running a very, very defensive Incineroar, though, this week. With the Assault Vest, mind you. 248 HP, 192 defense with an Impish Nature, and then 68 into attack. This is our switch into Victini, because Banded Teeny is a monster, and this thing kind of switches into both variants of Victini decently. Then we can just go for a knockoff after we take the hit, and we can either knock it out or get rid of an item on something, scout for a Z move, etc., etc. But I think that could be very useful. We have Flare Blitz, because it is stab and will hurt things, like the Superior. We have the Thunder Punch for the Araquanid, because Araquanid is annoying as fuck to beat without some kind of electric coverage, so we need that. And then we have U-Turn just to kind of keep ourselves, keep up some momentum and keep ourselves healthy and out of the matchup whenever we can be. That'd be really nice for Incineroar. Next we have Speed Boy. We are bringing Quick Feet Jolteon. 252 special attack, 120 in speed, Tim Nature, and 136 into our HP stat. So Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, HP Ice, and Shadow Ball. We are running Quick Feet this time because we want to obviously be faster than things like Scarf Landorus, stuff like that. Scarf Superior, Scarfed, or we want to be faster than Scarf Teeny, things like that. We want to be faster than all these mons. So we are speed creeping all of these kinds of things. We are actually faster than regular Superior, so we can hit the thing with HP Ice as hard as we can. If it's been chipped down at all, we can actually pretty much knock it out with an HP Ice, which would be dope. Volt Switch and Thunderbolt are going to do really nicely for us because we can hit things like the Araquanid really hard. Plus, it just kind of hits everything decently. Like, if it hits it neutrally, it hits it pretty decently hard as well. We have Shadow Ball for, like, Victini and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. I think that'd be really useful. It'll also hit the Alolan Raichu as well, which could be a pain in the ass. So that's our Jolteon right there. Next up, we have the star of the show. Hashtag give him the D. Our Deoxys defense. Leftovers, pressure ability, obviously. Spikes, Seismic Toss, Recover, Thunderwave. So, he has decent hazard removal. Like, he's got Fortress and Hitmontop for spin. He's got Mega Diancie for bounce. He's got Defog on Lando T/Superior. However, even if I can get, like, one layer of spikes and it works against, like, one or two mons, it's still one layer of spikes that's working against one or two mons. And it's gonna get some chip damage here and there, and it forces him to go for defogs and stuff like that as well, which is really nice. So forced defogs are my favorite kind of defogs. Thunderwave is gonna be nice to slow down things like the Superior, because we can swallow hits from Superior. Like, we swallow a hit from Superior like it's nothing, dude. We absolutely swallow from Serp. It's crazy how easily we swallow a hit from Superior. It's wild, actually. Then since we're cutting its speed in half, we're actually... Well, we won't outspeed it with Incineroar, but... we could try. Actually, wait. Paralysis cuts speed in half. Paralysis Pokemon. I'm double checking. I'm 90% sure it does by half. 50% as opposed to 75. Okay, so Superior taps out at 357. Right? Okay. Realistically, if he's going to speed creep with Superior, he's speed creeping down to Smagius. So Smagius taps out at 339. So he'd be at like 340. Down to half would be 170. So we need to get up to at least... Or do we just... How much does 68 get us up to? 173. That doesn't really do it for us entirely, but I think that it should be fine. So we're going to go with that. That way we can potentially outspeed Superior if it is paralyzed, which would be dope. So, yeah. But that's our Incineroar set, and that is our Deoxys set. Seismic Toss just works well against his team because he doesn't have any ghost types at all, so that's really cool. We can just get constant damage against him, and then we have the Recover to keep ourselves healthy. We've Gazula Mega Aggron, fully specially defensive. This thing shuts down Wigglytuff and Mega Diancie really good. Sing Up Rocks will be really nice to chip away at some certain mons on his team. Avalanche is there for the Landorus. We can take pretty much any hit from Landorus and hit back with the Avalanche. We also have the Heavy Slam going for us, which is really fun because it'll do a lot of damage to the Mega Diancie / Wigglytuff and just anything that doesn't resist it. Then we have Fire Punch for the Fortress. We're going a little bit quick because I do have a league battle very soon, so I'm going to have to get this done quick. Lastly, we have Finny Nut, fully specially defensive with Rindo Berry on the top of Finny. This is kind of like another pseudo way of beating Superior. If it goes for it's going to go for Leaf Storm against us. We can take even a +2 once since we're fully Spadef. and then we can hit him back with an Ice Beam really, really hard and fuck him up. We have Defog to keep hazards off our side of the field, potentially. We have Taunt to prevent things from setting up the hazards in the first place, and we have Nature's Madness to chip down his mons. So, with that, though, we're going to get out of here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Hey guys, so we are here for the battle, the final week of WCBL here on the channel. The final week before playoffs. We needed to pick up a win in this matchup to get ourselves into playoffs. If we lost this game, we were pretty much guaranteed to be out of the playoffs, 100%. So we had to. We had to pick up a W here. I felt pretty confident with my prep, but I will say, like, scheduling this match was hell. I'm not gonna lie. Like, every night that we tried to schedule, I'll even admit it's my own fault. Every night that we ended up scheduling to go, I ended up in not the best position to battle that night, or like, I wasn't in a great mindset, so I had to keep pushing it off, and it ended up getting pushed off to a night where I was out with, I was over my girlfriend's place, I was with friends and stuff, and like, I couldn't focus, and it definitely shows. Definitely did not play up to par, and I apologize for that. I try my best to deliver you the best possible matches I can, and it just was not one of them. This was just not one of them at all. You see, he brings his superior Araquanid, Ferrothorn, or not Ferrothorn, why am I saying Fortress, Alolan Raichu, Victini, and the Landorus, and let's get into this. We'll obviously switch sides here. He's going to lead with Teeny, as I'm going to lead with my Zygarde. He's going to U-turn out immediately, and that shows me that he is banded. So I'm going to go straight for 1,000 arrows, revealing that I am, in fact, Life Orbed. So I'm going to switch out now into my Incineroar, as he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. I don't even remember if I brought hazard removal to this game. I probably should have. I go straight for a knockoff here. That does reveal that his Landorus is, in fact, a Z-move variant. He's going to go straight for an Earthquake. I knew I could live that, and I'm going to be able to U-turn out there. I'm going to get burned by my Flame Orb, so I'm going to be faster than the Lando. Now I'm just going to go for an HP Ice. Hit that incoming Raichu. Then I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball to hit that incoming Araquanid and get the Spadef dropped, so I'm going to be able to really whittle him down. Then I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. I'm getting chip damage on a lot of his team, so I was actually really enjoying that. So I'm able to get in my Gajiel here, and I'm going to Mega Evolve straight away and go for an Avalanche. I was predicting the Lando to come in, so that did not work out in my favor. And I'm just going to sack my Incineroar here. I know it was my main Victini switch in, but that obviously did not work out in my favor. I'm just going to go straight for a Shadow Ball and get damage off on this thing, but that U-turn did so much. He's going to go out to the Araquanid here, obviously, and I'm just going to go straight for a Thunderbolt, get as much damage as I can on this thing. He's going to go for a Leech Life and knock out my Jolteon. So we're in a hole. We're in a hole right now. I'm going to go to Zygarde here, and I essentially, like, I have to go for a Dragonance and start setting up in this match. Like, there's no other thing I can do. I go for 1,000 arrows. It's going to not do that much to this Fortress. He's going to be able to Gyro Ball me, and I'm pretty much lose to this Fortress. Yeah, so I'm getting absolutely dominated here, and I felt really good about this game. And I had nothing against AGuy. Like, he's a fantastic battler. I don't know. I felt like I really had this match, and I just didn't. He's gonna go for Leech Life, and he's gonna get a decent chunk of damage off of me, but it's just not gonna be enough to put me down too low. So he's actually trying to preserve the 6-0 because realistically, like, he needed a 6-0. In order to, he needed a 6-0 in order to make playoffs. If he 6-0s me, he makes playoffs. So, at this point, I know I'm losing this match. I'm pretty much guaranteeing that I'm about to lose. However, I can screw his playoff hopes as well. So, I just want to kill something to not get 6-0'd in the last week. So, he's going to Volt Switch out with his Raichu, which is totally fine, and I'm going to continue going for... I'm going to go for a Recover on this turn, and he's going to SD up on me, which is fine, which is totally fine. He's going to SD up on me, And he's going to go for the Supersonic Sky Strike, which, due to the fact of me being a very specially defensive variant, he's going to be able to knock me out. We're going to Tapu Fini here. I think there's like a calc. No, there was no chance I could live this. And so he actually made the switch there. And I'm not running any defense investment on my Mega Aggron. He could have easily killed me with his... he could have easily killed me 100% with his Landorus. But he didn't go for that. I went for the Avalanche. I'm going to get a little bit of chip on this Victini. He goes for the V-Create, and it does not pick up the KO, and I'm able to knock out his Victini. So that takes away his playoff chances. He is no longer able to make playoffs, and he's just going to be able to knock me out with Lando. So it's unfortunate that we lost in this match. I felt really good going into it prior to, obviously, the time that we were able to battle, but that's my own fault. I got myself in this situation. If I had been in a better mindset, or if I had been in a more comfortable scenario, maybe I could have done better. I don't know. I felt good about my prep, but I wasn't able to utilize it properly. So that is the game, and that is our season in the WCBL. Will I be returning for the next season? Maybe. Probably. More than likely. But who knows? We'll see. But it may or may not be on the channel. You'll hear about that in the update video in the coming weeks, in the coming days. So, or probably earlier. Actually, you'll probably already heard about it in an update video like days ago. So thank you all for watching, though. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below, and thank you all for your support throughout the season. I really appreciate it. But until next time, guys, I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.